You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Friday, April 11, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo and here is what's happening. A high-speed traffic stop on Interstate 80 near West Wendover turned into a major drug bust Monday, April 7, and News 25 reporter Rory Rosell has the initial details.
A high-speed traffic stop on Interstate 80 near West Wendover led to a major drug seizure on Monday as Nevada Highway Patrol troopers discovered approximately 2.5 pounds, or an estimated 16,000 pills of suspected fentanyl. The incident occurred at 8:30 a.m. on April 7th after the Elko County Sheriff's Office reported a dark blue BMW driving recklessly at speeds of over 100 miles an hour. A trooper spotted the vehicle traveling approximately 120 miles per hour and pulled them over. Inside the vehicles, officers found a male driver and a female passenger. The driver was arrested for reckless driving, operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license, and trafficking a Schedule I controlled substance that exceeds the amount of 400 grams. An investigation by the Nevada Investigations Division revealed that the passenger had given a false identification to law enforcement. She was also arrested and faces charges of trafficking and providing a false ID. Both suspects remain in custody as this investigation continues. Authorities have not released their names as of yet.
More news now. Earlier today, April 11th, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt briefed the public on the recent White House operations. And here's a look at what the U.S., the president, and his team have accomplished so far.
Today, April 11th, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt briefed the public on current events including inflation falling 2.4% in March, as well as 75 countries recently reaching out to Trump to negotiate trade agreements.
In more excellent economic news that was released yesterday, the Consumer Price Index report showed inflation fell to 2.4% in March, smashing expectations for the second straight month in a row. This marked the first drop in consumer prices dating all the way back to the COVID pandemic. Prescription drug prices saw the largest monthly decline on record. Prices for airfare, used vehicles, and car insurance all decreased as well. And energy prices fell 2.4% in March, driven by plummeting gas prices around the country. Also yesterday, House Republicans answered President Trump's call to move forward the budget resolution and officially set the stage for the passage of one big, beautiful bill. The American economy will boom after this bill is passed and the rest of the president's pro-growth agenda goes into effect. The largest tax cuts and deregulation in history, coupled with our energy industry unleashed and renegotiated trade agreements that put America first, are the ultimate formula to usher in the golden age of America. On that note, more than 75 countries have now reached out to the Trump administration, eager to address the trade issues that have exploited America and hurt our workers in the process. The phones have been ringing off the hook to make deals, and these countries wisely heeded President Trump's warning not to retaliate, and as a result, they were rewarded with a 90-day pause and substantially lower reciprocal tariff rates during this period so potential solutions can be achieved. Past presidents just willingly accepted the failed status quo on trade that ripped off our workers and our companies. But that's not who this president is. He creates his own leverage and negotiates deals better than anyone else who has sat in the Oval Office before him. And that process is currently underway.
And in our coverage of this year's Aviation Nation, our News 25 Clark County correspondent Maria Centers now joins us from the city for our final segment from the Electrifying Air Show.
Controlling the biggest Air Force airspace in the world, Nellis Air Force Base hosted Aviation Nation 2025 this past weekend. The free two-day event offered all an inside look into the home of the fighter pilot. by demonstrating the installation's advanced combat aviation skills. We had the privilege of speaking with U.S. Air Force Major Trey Hamilton about his service career, pride in the military, and all the behind-the-scenes hard work that went into producing this year's Aviation Nation.
Tell us a little bit about your military career and what got you here today.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I've been in the Air Force for 17 years. When I first came in, I was enlisted as a C-130 loadmaster. Then I was fortunate, I was picked up for commission, and I was a C-130 navigator for many years. And then I moved to Las Vegas in 2017 up to Creech Air Force Base, where I did RPA. And a couple years ago, I was fortunate. I got a job here at Nellis, and I was able to transition and be a part of the Team Nellis at the 57th Wing. So I'm very excited about that.
Couldn't have better weather for this weekend.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It is gorgeous. We reached out to all kinds of units in order to get them to come and participate and be able to show not just the Nellis mission, because behind us we have all of the Nellis hometown jets, but we also brought in many jets from off station so they too can represent their mission and share it with the city.
What inspired you to originally get into the U.S. Armed Forces?
Oh, yes, ma'am. My entire family is military. Both my parents are retired Chief Master Sergeants. My grandfather's retired Senior Master Sergeant. My other grandfather is retired Master Sergeant. It's just my whole life has been a part of the Air Force, and I was very excited to grow up and make a career of the military. It's just my passion. I love airplanes. I love what I do. I love the opportunity to work with people that do many different things, and we can bring them together and create success and be successful in defending America.
Nellis Air Force Base covers over 14,000 acres, while the total land area occupied in its restricted ranges is approximately 5,000 square miles. An additional 7,700 miles of airspace north and east of the restricted ranges are also available for military flight operations. KPVM Television had a blast covering Aviation Nation 2025. Thank you so much for everything. Reporting from Clark County and shooting it back over the hump to Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
Thank you very much, Maria. Great work all week covering that air show. More coming up, sports, weather. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25 on this Friday. I'm Chris Palermo. Well, good news coming up here for the home team, the Vegas Golden Knights. They could clinch the Pacific Division in the NHL. Mikey has that. More sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights in action on Thursday evening, taking on the Seattle Kraken. First period, Howden with the drive to the net. Ivan Barbashev, right place, right time, 1-0. Nice hair. Second period, Riley Smith driving wide. Over to William Karlsson, 2-0. VGK goes on to win 2-1. Golden Knights play their regular season home finale on Saturday against the Nashville Predators. The Athletics are moving toward the next major step in their relocation to Las Vegas, a ballpark groundbreaking. They cleared a significant hurdle last week when the Clark County Commission approved land use permits. That approval followed the unveiling of new stadium renderings and the announcement of a Las Vegas patch on players' uniform sleeves for the next 3 seasons under a sponsorship with the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Las Vegas Aviators lost on Thursday to the El Paso Chihuahuas 7-6, rematch this evening at 5:35. Pahrump Valley Trojan Track and Field are holding a fundraiser at the football field on Saturday, April 12th from 9 to 12 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
All right, thank you very much, Mikey. Are you looking to replace your cabinets? Well, News 25 spoke with Sharon Disney with SME Cabinetry to discuss all things cabinets.
The name of my business is SME Cabinetry, Inc. We've been in Pahrump for just close to 20 years now. We provide a number of cabinets, countertops, and flooring. We also offer sinks and faucets. We provide the highest quality of cabinetry in the valley. Some of the projects that we have worked on has been up at the racetrack, where we've done multi-million-dollar homes, and all the way down to mom and pop, where we have done a bathroom, or perhaps we've done a custom bookcase. Some of the steps that we go through when I have a client come in is that I'll look at their plans, or perhaps they don't even have plans and they just have an idea. The first thing I'll do is go out to the property and take measurements and discuss with the client what it is that their ultimate goal is that they see to happen for either their kitchen or their bathroom. Then I'll come back to the office, and with a CAD program, I will design and draw out what I think is going to be very feasible for the client with their ideas in mind. Once I do that and get the approval from the client, then of course we pick what color of cabinet and what style of cabinet the customer would like, as well as the countertop. From there, then, I price it out and submit an estimate of cost to the client. Once that's approved by the client and we receive a deposit, then I purchase all the materials, we fabricate everything, and proceed to install. Once the customer is completely happy, that's when we would collect the balance of what's due. Our hours are Tuesday through Friday from 8 to 4, and on Saturday we're open here half day from 8 till noon. We're located at 51 Emery Street, right across the street from Home Depot off of Basin. Our phone number is 775-247-7500, and our website is smecabinetry.com.
More news now. The Pahrump Holiday Task Force and Pahrump Disability Outreach Program's annual Easter Community Picnic is coming up in a few weeks, and here is Linda Wright-Smith to discuss the details about this free Easter event.
Hi everybody, I'm Linda Wright-Smith, and I want to invite you all to the Pahrump Holiday Task Force and PDOP's annual Easter Picnic in the Park. It's coming on Saturday, April 19th from 10 to 2 at Petrick Park. So please come join us. We'll be having a lot of organizations come out and having tables, and they will have their information for you. And we will be having family fun games, and the Easter Bunny will be there, and we will be having hamburgers and hot dogs and potato chips and drinks, and PDOP will have their train, famous PDOP train, and the bull, and we will be having snow cones and cotton candy and kettle corn. So please come out and join us, and the date again is Saturday, April 19th, the day before Easter. So please come out and join us at our annual Easter picnic event for the community. And remember, it's all free. So please come join us. And don't forget, the Easter Bunny will be there. So come join us. We'll see you then.
That sounds like a great event. I hope you do take advantage of it. Lots more coming up, including your weekend weather forecast. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25 on this Friday. I'm Chris Palermo. If you're looking to take the next big step toward your future, Great Basin College has an exciting opportunity just for you. And News 25 spoke with the Southern Nevada Regional GBC recruiter, Tiffany Ross, for the details.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Ross from Great Basin College. I'm here to let you know about an event we have coming up on Monday, April 14th. We have the Choose GBC event from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We've got a food truck, games. You can apply to the college. You can enroll in classes. You can ask questions of faculty and staff. This is your opportunity to get to know your local community college, Great Basin College. Also, during the day, April 14th, if you're interested in health sciences, we're going to have health science professionals from all over Pahrump presenting information about their industries, what it's like to work in the health sciences, and that's going from about 9:30 in the morning until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It will repeat twice. So if you just want to pop in, you want to talk a little bit to our health science faculty, or maybe learn more about what it's like to work in a hospital, this is your opportunity to ask questions and get to know the people doing the real world work. These are in-demand professions in our region, so I highly recommend taking a look at it if you're undecided as a student, or maybe if you want to level up in your career. And just a fun fact, Great Basin College has about 40% of its students are non-traditional. That means they are adults who went back to school. So it's never too late to learn, and there's a lot of opportunities for you right here in town. Another fun fact, we are the best nursing program in the state with a 100% pass rate on the licensing exams. That is unheard of, and it's right here out your back door. Something to be proud of and something to come and learn about at Great Basin College this Monday, April 14th.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tiffany. Here's Mikey to tell us what's cooking this Sunday morning over on the radio side on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy. When I'm out keeping the coyotes away from the chickens, I like to take the Ace Country Radio app with me. You can too. Download it today. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast. Born on April 7th, Bobby Bear. We'll celebrate him. Born on April 9th, the king of rockabilly, Carl Perkins. We'll pay tribute to him. And born on April 12th, Vince Gill. We'll celebrate him. In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, my special guest, Billy Joe Jones, calls the show to talk about her new single, Flame. Also, my special guest, the legend, Dean Dillon, calls the show to let us know he'll be at the Las Vegas Songwriters Festival August 21st through the 24th at Mandalay Bay. He also tells us how he wrote so many songs for George Strait.
And then I met, or heard about, this kid from Texas named George Strait. His producer, a guy named Blake Mevis, pinned me and Frank Dykes down one day over at Dykes' office, said, man, y'all got any songs for this guy? And he was a complete unknown, you know, and then as is now, you didn't really want some unknown singer singing your song. Your good stuff, anyway. But me and old Dykes didn't really play by those rules, man. We wouldn't let anybody cut our songs. George wound up cutting 6 of our songs on his first album. And a thing called Loyalty was born.
Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio, streaming at channel 25.8, and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's the Lerner and Rowe weather cam and a beautiful sunset on the California border. And speaking of some mountains, if you're looking to go skiing anymore, Lee Canyon is wrapping up for the season this Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be at the pool. Complete forecast coming up in a bit.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Rory Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios. And taking a look at Nevada right now. In northern Nevada, Fernley is at 80 degrees. Fallon is at 82. Carson City at 74. Tonopah's at 78. Goldfield is also at 80 degrees. Beatty's at 89. Amargosa at 96. Las Vegas is at 95. And Death Valley is at 106 degrees. But here in the beautiful paradise of Pahrump, it's currently 91 degrees. The high was 92 today with partly cloudy skies. The wind was blowing south at 13 miles per hour, humidity 9%. And the sun rose this morning at 6:15 and is setting tonight at 7:14 p.m. The humidity raises up to 16% tonight. And the wind continues to blow southeast at 11 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 65 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We will be going pretty far down in the temperatures from last week, because next Friday we are going all the way down to 75 degrees, but tomorrow on Saturday we are seeing a little bit of wind at 15 miles per hour at 88 degrees. Sunday is going to be 84, Monday 86, Tuesday is going to be 85, back up to 86 on Wednesday, down to 82 on Thursday, and then all the way down to 75 on Friday. But still, make sure to stay hydrated because it will be getting hotter again next week, the week after. Back to the desk, here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Rosell. And if you watch on a regular basis, you know she's pretty reliable with that forecast. So I went out and I was able to wash my car because there is no rain coming up. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great weekend.